I'm going to show you how to play a card game called Hand and Foot. It's a game using 4 standard 52 card poker decks. You need at least 4 players, and if there are more than 4 players, you add another deck. So if you have 5 players, you add a 5th deck, 6 players, a 6th deck. If you have 4 or less, you have 4 decks. Now I have 4 decks here. And basically it's a lot like Rummy. You're going to make triple plays, and once you get 80 points in your hand, then you can play them. And then you can play off of other people's plays. So you're going to start, everyone gets 7 cards, and you choose which pile is your hand and which pile is your foot. So this is our deck. These are our 4 decks. You deal out 2 piles of 7 cards. And you're going to decide which pile is going to be your hand and which one is your foot. Your hand you're going to look at right now, and your foot you're going to set aside. Now, the cards are worth points. Ace is 100 points. King, Queen, and Jack are 10 points. Red 3 is negative 150, so you want to get rid of those. Black 3 is 0 points. 2 is a wild card, which is worth 20 points, so you would use that as your 3rd card to make your triple. And all other cards are 5 points. So, we're not going to worry about the points now until you tally your points at the end. And the person to 1,000 points first takes about 3 rounds if you have 4 people. And you can agree on a point limit for when the game is won as well. But normally, typically, it's 1,000. Now, each turn, players draw 2 cards. You play the matches you can in front of you, the triples, and then you discard one. And after you have 80 points in front of you, then you can play off of other people's triples. So if somebody's got kings out and you don't, and you've got your 80 points in front of you, then you can play off of them, but you play it in front of you. So let me show you how this happens. Okay, so it's my turn. I've already picked my hand and picked my foot. I draw 2 cards. I have 3 kings, so I can play my 3 kings right now. I don't have 80 points yet, so I can't play off of other people, but I can play my 3 kings. Then it's the next, then I discard one. Red 2, that's going to be negative points later, so I'm going to discard it. Now, next person goes. They can pick up 2 here, or they can pick up 1 and the discard. You're not going to want to pick up the 2, but they're going to do that. But it's possible. So now my turn, I draw 2 cards. I don't have a triple, so I'm going to discard that one. Next person's turn. Then later in the game, when you've got all of your cards gone, when you've got all of your cards in your hand gone, once you're done with the cards in your hand, you may pick up and use your foot. But you can't do so until you've used all of the cards in your hand. You must play everything that you can out of your hand without discarding in order to pick up your foot. If you have to discard, then you can't get into your foot yet. You're going to, on your turn, draw your 2 cards. Once you have no cards in your foot, you can only stop the game if you discard, I believe. Once you are out of cards in your foot, the round is over and everyone tallies points. You do not need to discard your foot. You have to discard. You cannot discard out of your hand to pick up your foot. If you have to discard, then you can't pick up your foot yet. If you're done with your foot, then the game's over and we tally points. It's a fun game for 4 people or more. If you like to play cards, it's a lot like Rummy. Thanks for joining us.